Good day, my friends. It is Monday, and I am going to be taking you through our Make It Monday today. We're going to do DIY dishwasher tabs, and I'm excited about this one because I was very skeptical about the idea of making my own dishwasher soap. Super skeptical. But now I feel like I figured it out and it works great, and I can't believe how much money I'm saving and how easy it is. So that is going to be our Make It Monday today. We have another project that I'm going to work on for another Make It Monday, which is kombucha. So if you see the same look in another video, it's because it happened on the same day. So what we're going to do is make the tabs today, and I would say to you, if you don't have a dishwasher, then you should watch anyway because it's fun. And we also use a lot of these same ingredients on repeat for so many things, everything from laundry soap to dishwashing liquid soap, etc. So I think it's fun to see what is in everything. On Wednesday, What Is It Wednesday is going to be about the ingredients that we're using today. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, as things like washing soda and baking soda are going to be broken out for you on Wednesday. What Is It Wednesday? So that's happening soon. So I have my bowl, and I've got my mixture of powders. So there's three main ingredients that we're going to use to make this. We have equal parts of baking soda, washing soda, and kosher salt. So 3 different forms of sodium we're using today. And I've got them mixed in this bowl already just because I'm on live television. And then the other 2 things we're going to put in here are a bit of thieves cleaner for our grease fighting action. This is an incredible product that we love and use for everything. And some lemon essential oil. So I'm going to do, this is a 1/4 cup of each. And this is going to make 1 tray of tabs. So I'm going to do 5 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of lemon. And a little less than a 1/2 cap of this, because this is so concentrated. We really don't need a ton. I'll put the recipe up, and I'll maybe make it a bit bigger than I'm making here, just in case you want to try a bigger batch. So now I'm just going to stir those ingredients in, because when you add liquid to the sodium, all these different salts, it starts to clump right away. We're going to mix these in first so we can make sure all the clumps are gone. And that way we have a nice smooth powder again before we add the water to them. Now, I want to say, if you're not in the mood to make the tablets, that's okay. You can use this just straight as a powder like you would something you'd buy from the store, and just fill the container in the door of your dishwasher with about a tablespoon of this powder. See, it looks nice. And then that will have the same impact. Now, I like the tablets because they're pre-measured and there's no mess. And that way my family doesn't use more than they're supposed to, etc., etc. I have some old Tupperwares, like retro Tupperwares like this, that have this on top, which is great if you want to do the powder version. And then the tablets are fun too. So here we have our mixed, it smells really nice with the thieves smell, all those lovely oils like thieves and rosemary and clove. And thieves, cinnamon is what I meant to say, and lemon. And then we've added extra lemon, so it's very fresh smelling. I like it. Okay, and then I've got here, these are from the dollar store. They're $1.25 each. I've got 3 different colors, and they're all vibrant because it's fun to be colorful. We're only going to use 1 for this recipe. And there are 15 little compartments on here. They're probably a tiny bit, they're about a tablespoon each. Probably a bit smaller than like a regular ice cube tray. But the reason I like these is because there's silicone on the bottom, so once my tablets are dry, they pop out super easy. I'm just going to get some water. So it's about a 1/4 cup of each, well, it's exactly a 1/4 cup of each of my ingredients here, but it's going to be about a 1/4 cup, give or take, for the water that I'm adding. Here is the secret. Do not add all the water at once. And I really love you all, and so I like to just mess things up on your behalf ahead of time so that when you go to do the recipe, you don't have to wonder, hey, what would happen if I added all the water at once? Because I'm going to show you what happens, and then you'll know, and then you'll say, oh, I'm so glad Katie ruined hers twice for me. This is what happens. They get super clumpy, and they're really hard to get into the molds because it forms a solid. And they're chunky and really hard to work with, and it's annoying. The ones that I made properly, where I added the water very slowly look like this beautiful tablet right here. See that? So it was my pleasure to ruin it twice first so that I could show you. So think about it like a tablespoon at a time, maybe even less as you get going. If it foams a little bit, that's okay. We're just doing the same thing we just did, mixing, 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 and taking what is currently a powder and turning it into a semi-solid. So think about, like, I don't know if you've made bath bombs or, what's another example? Anyways, I don't know, but the idea is it should still look sort of powdery, but hold together in a shape. So that's the first tablespoon. And as I go along here, it's gonna start to get more and more sticky. So it's gonna just wanna hold together better and better, which is great. But I don't want it to turn into a liquid because it will seize. And when it seizes, that's when you have to break it all up and do what I did with those other ones, which was a huge pain in my bum. So that's that. On a side note, while I'm doing this, I'm 12 weeks pregnant today, so if you missed the announcement last week or the week before, it's pretty exciting times because that's my first trimester done, and I love not being nauseous anymore. That's feeling really fun. Can eat all the things. Okay, that's 2 tablespoons so far. I'm gonna add a 3rd tablespoon. There's 4 tablespoons in a 1/4 cup, so it would make sense that I'm still adding. And yeah, and I'm feeling good. And the only thing I would like to have end now is feeling constipated and my skin breaking out. But I feel like that's supposed to happen in the next few weeks, that my uterus shifts. And is this too much information? Probably. Yeah, it's my first pregnancy, so I'm like reading all the things. I just find it so fascinating. Also, Nicole and I got a new baby new baby niece this weekend. Baby Kensington was born on, that's my 4th tablespoon, on Saturday, and she's so beautiful. Her mama, Emily, is working hard, learning to breastfeed, and they're still at the hospital, but they're doing great. And she was 7 pounds, 3 ounces. She's just a beautiful, beautiful little lady. And we're so proud of Emily's hard work bringing her into the world. That is no joke, ladies and gents. Is there men in our group? Okay, so here's what I've got. Here's what I can tell it's ready because when I push on it, it holds its shape. So what I'm gonna do now is pour the whole thing on top of this mold because I don't want to take all day. I think to breathe some in. Ugh. Good thing it's non-toxic. Okay, and here's something funny that happens. It gets a bit warm because adding the water has created a chemical reaction, which is why it starts to clump. So that's why we want to do it really slow with the adding of the water, because otherwise it gets hot and it sticks, and then you're doomed like me. Okay, so all I'm doing is pushing, pushing, pushing. You're gonna get a lot more in here than a tablespoon because it's gonna be pushed all together with the water. So you're gonna get a nice, well, I don't know, it might be like a heaping tablespoon. Either way though, you're gonna get a nice amount of soap in each one, and 1 tablet will be enough for a load. I've given it about 3 or 4 weeks now of challenging these tablets with dirty dishes, family dinners. I cook every day. As you know, I'm a chef, so I'm always making a big mess. And I have been so pleasantly surprised with how effective these are. Also, I gave some to my parents because I was like, here, you guys, I need to know if you think these work. They agreed, they work nicely. They were not disappointed. They're like, yeah, clean dishes. So there you go. Okay, so there you have it. Now all I'm gonna do, this is an extra step that I did that I don't even think you need to do. I'll be right back. Coming. I have a spray bottle of water here, just H2O, and I'm just gonna spritz the top so that any of the loose, oh, better hold it up. Any of the loosey little crumbs that I didn't quite pack in there will stick. So I'm just spraying the top. And now I'm gonna leave this overnight or until the end of the day to set up. These look great. See that? Look at that. So those are done. That was 1/4 cup of each ingredient, and we have 1 tray as a result. And this is what they look like when they've dried. And you're gonna pop one of those in and enjoy clean dishes. It's amazing, isn't it? One more side note is I use cleaning vinegar or pickling vinegar for my rinse agent. And the reason for that is twofold. One, Jet Dry costs a fortune and it's bright blue, and I'm just skeptical about it. I know that it's just an acid, but why is it blue and why does it cost $8 for a big bottle of it? Whereas I can buy for less than $4 a 4-liter of pickling vinegar, which does the same thing. The only thing I would say is your dishes may not come out, like, you know, when your Tupperware, the plastic on the top shelf comes out with like water still kind of on it. I would say that is true. It's a little bit more wet. But whatever is in the Jet Dry that's making my dishes dry, that's not happening when I use vinegar, I'm okay with that because the air will actually dry them on its own, or I have something called a tea towel I can use as well. So I just fill that up with pickling vinegar, and I've got clean dishes that smell good, and it's costing me about 10 cents every time I run a load of dishes, which I love. That's a big difference from the 35 to 75 cents that you would pay for fancy tablets. So hopefully this saves you some money. Let me know if you try it and if you like it. Washing soda you can buy at most grocery stores, but if not, check out your local health food store. They'll have it, and you can also order it on Amazon. Kosher salt is just coarse salt, although I would recommend kosher because it's a little bit finer grained than the coarse, but either is good. And baking soda, you've probably heard of it. You can buy it everywhere, even the dollar store. So, blessings to you this Monday. Make and take is complete. Tune in later for kombucha.